What's going on, everybody? We are live again. It's a Sunday. It's the second installment of this foreseeable future series where I do a live Q&A every Sunday morning for you guys. And of course, the biggest thing I can say is Happy Easter. As you can see in the thumbnail, I have a cute little Bugs Bunny. I have a cute little bunny ears on my ears. And we are here live because we're going to be taking your guys' question. This is your guys' show for whatever you guys want to discuss, making sure that everything is working right now, though. So it sounds like the audio is good. And as we wait for people to join in, this should be a fun little installment as well. So again, just like last week, this is your guys' time. You guys feel free to ask me whatever you guys would want. I can't guarantee that everything's going to get answered, but if you do throw in a super chat, that will be answered automatically, and I will try to get to every single question that I possibly can. We're probably going to go for around an hour, maybe a little bit less than that since it is Easter. Just kind of depends on all the questions that we are getting in. But in general, just a big thank you to you guys for really helping out this channel because, you know, the last couple of weeks have been a little bit tough, but you guys have been really like checking out a lot of the different content I'm doing. We've had a lot more people joining in. So it's actually quite nice to say the least in that whole effort. So, and this week I do have a lot of streaming services stuff coming out on the channel. I do have one that I'm not going to put my review up yet for. I will tweet out about it. So if you do want to hear my thoughts on a certain Apple TV Plus series coming out soon, the embargo goes up tomorrow. So look forward to my Twitter for my reaction to that because I'm actually really excited to talk about it. And, but yeah, we have a lot of streaming service movies this week. I also am planning on finally doing an Animal Crossing game review. Most likely coming tomorrow, maybe. We will see. Most likely on that one. I'm still kind of deciding if I want to push that one to Wednesday. We will see on that whole part. But I'm hungry. I haven't eaten this morning. I got my giant jug of water. It's almost empty, so that's cool, you know. But we do have some people kind of joining in, so let's kind of straight just get into it. And again, guys, keep firing in those questions. If you guys want the show to run longer, I need those questions in. So, Cowboy dude, hey, Jacob, hey, Joel, hey, happy Easter to you. Bradford Perkins gives us the first question. What's up, Zach? Thoughts on Roland Emmerick's Midway? So, Roland Emmerick's Midway, I didn't get to see. I'm not a big fan of Roland Emmerich, to be completely honest. I think I've liked maybe one of his films. I think Independence Day is very, very overrated. And when it comes to just Midway, I have no interest in even checking this out because it just looks like garbage. So if you liked it, I would love to hear the thoughts. From what I understand, every person I talked to did not like the movie. Jacob Wiley, great shirt. Love Deadpool. Happy Easter. Yeah, me too. My grandma actually got me this, and I love this shirt because it mixes Finding Nemo, one of my favorite Pixar films, and one of my favorite comic book films. Zach, what is your favorite film editing in a movie? Ooh, that's a good question. Off the top of my head, Pulp Fiction kind of comes to mind. I love the editing style of Pulp Fiction. Wolf of Wall Street, one of my favorite movies. I love the editing in that movie. Recently, I loved Invisible Man's editing. I thought the way they edited every single shot and everything in there was really dynamic and really freaking great. You got to give the John Wick films a great editing kind of side in there as well. What is your favorite foreign film from last year? That would probably be Parasite. But if I'm not going to say Parasite, the thing is, I didn't see too many last year. I have been catching up on like older ones. So like recently, Burning I loved. And that's another one that's on Netflix that you guys should check out. Anakin Skywalker 2.0. Will we get a season 8 of Clone Wars? I don't think so. But I do think that we will. I think in the next 2 years, we'll get an announcement on another animated series for Star Wars. And also, guys, there are 17 of you guys in here. And I only see 6 likes. We got to at least get that up. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Help me out. Help me out, guys. It helps the algorithms and all that. You guys know the deal. I want to see that like button go up or I'm going to not ask any more questions. So I'm going to answer 2 more. If that like button going up, we're just going to sit here in silence. Oh, see, now it's going up. Good job. Good job. Good job. But yeah, season 8, I don't think we'll get a season 8. I think this is kind of like, hey, we're going to help you. You help us type situation. What was the last film you walked out of theaters because the film was bad? So I have not walked out of a movie, like actually physically walked out of a movie in quite a while. I think for me personally, I think the last film that I truly walked out on, like I watched a majority of it. And I think there was 10 minutes left and I walked out on Gotti. I just said it wasn't going to get any better. But besides that, I haven't walked out of a film in quite a while. Do you love anime shows? Absolutely. I love Dragon Ball. I love Naruto. I have still not watched My Hero Academia. I really still want to. One Piece is also up there. Zatch Bell, blah 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 blah, Inuyasha, all that stuff. I love anime. It's kind of like one of my things. Hey, I love Animal Crossing. Me too. Would you rather fight 10 zombie-sized chickens or 100 chicken-sized zombies? Probably 100 chicken-sized zombies. How's your Easter going so far, Dante Allah? My Easter's going decent. It's fine. It's I just woke up about 2 hours ago, been doing homework, and then hopped on for this live stream. Planning on filming a couple videos. Got Westworld tonight. Gonna play some Final Fantasy VII remake, so that's how good. Who's excited for Siege of Mandalore? I know I am. Hey Zach, happy Easter. What do you think are some of the worst movies of the past decade? Off the top of my head, I mean, Final Fantasy is pretty bad. Or not Final Fantasy. Fantastic Four is pretty bad. Don't like that one at all. Hellboy was pretty bad. Swiped. I mean, I don't try to go see bad movies, and I kind of really look at like movies in general and how they are, and all sorts of that stuff, and all that sorts of things that I think people. Again, I try to appreciate film, even if I don't love the film. There could be someone who does, but I mean, there are some garbage out there. And if I were to look at last year, I don't think there was like straight garbage last year. I think there have been garbage in the last decade. That is for sure. Let me know in the chat what you guys think as well. And in general, let me know what you guys think of that whole entirety. Your favorite movies of all time, your worst movies of all time, by the way, happy Easter. So again, like I just mentioned, worst movies I've already kind of just discussed. I don't really like talking about worst movies. I don't keep them in the back of my mind. The ones I just mentioned are kind of the ones that have stuck out in my mind. Favorite movie of all time, though, I have a whole list of that on my channel, so I'll just say Wolf of Wall Street, but if you want to know my actual top 10, I do have a whole video on that. So do go look that up, Charles. Do you like Dragon Ball Z? Yes, it's my favorite iteration of Dragon Ball. Hey, what's up, Zach? Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you. Happy Easter from Jack Sparrow. Thank you. Thank you. What is your go-to snack when watching TV or movies at home? I don't like eating when I'm watching something, to be completely honest. I think like if it's something that's like M&M's, but that's really nothing. I don't like when I want to watch TV and movies, I want to be like completely sucked into them. I don't want to like be distracted by anything else. So that one's a little bit weird. When I go to the movies though, popcorn, sweet tart ropes. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. What's up, man? Have you seen Dead to Me on Netflix? I have not. I've seen the first 3 episodes, but I haven't seen the first season. I actually went to like a premiere thing in Netflix had out here for Arizona. It was really cool. I liked it. I didn't love it though, so I didn't keep up on it. But I do know the second season's coming out soon, and I'm debating on catching up on it. But we'll see, because they're like an hour long, and it just gets a little too much for me. Maybe they're 30 minutes. I don't remember. Hey, I used a VPN to get German servers on Netflix. I can DM you the video if you want. No, thank you. I know how to do it. I just not some. But thank you so much. Thoughts on Men in Black International? It's fucking garbage. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop? I have. I can't believe I didn't mention that. What episode are you on One Piece? I stopped watching probably back season. I don't even know what season they're on. It was like 5 seasons before whatever they are on right now, and I really liked it. But again, anime is hard for me to catch up on, so I really just try to stick to one, which is like Naruto Shippuden, which I'm on right now, which I've never finished. So I'm trying to finish that right now. Based on your reaction yesterday to Illumination making the Shrek reboot, why the fuck are they making a reboot and trying to bring back the original cast? That's my exact thought. Like I said, like if you're just gonna reboot it, why reboot it? Because that's not a reboot. We might as well just do a sequel at that point. I think I'm more wondering about the animation at this point, and really, are they just gonna retell the original story? Because if they do, that's just even more dumb. I'm not excited for that at all. And I am on that part. There are a lot of you guys in this chat though, so thank you so much for joining me on this morning. I have a text message I need to answer real fast, then we'll get back. Where is it? He's not. All right, there we go. What are your underrated and overrated comic book movies? Underrated, I don't know. I think Kick-Ass and Kingsman. I think, well, especially Kick-Ass. Overrated, it's tough. I don't know. Overrated. Underrated. Iron Man 3 is another one. I really like Iron Man 3. Overrated, man. Honestly, the first Avengers. I really like it. I think the spectacle is great, but I don't ever care to rewatch it. Are you excited for My Hero Academia season 5? I would be if I watched the show. I'm just really excited to finally start it once day. I don't want to be offensive, so I'm not sure if I should say Happy Easter. Well, the title says Happy Easter, so Happy Easter to you. Do you bring your own snacks to the theaters? Abso-freaking-lutely if I remember to. I'm not spending that much money. Top 5 TV shows. James, I actually just did a video on this. Go check it out. I'm kind of pointing people towards that video because it didn't do as well as I wanted it to. It is on the channel. I just put it up this last week, so go check that out. I do talk about my top 10 favorite TV shows, and I'm going to be doing another one, top 10 TV shows from my childhood, which will probably be up not this week, but next week. Hey, Zach, how's it going? It's going decent, Elliot. It's going decent. How can I get Terminator on Blu-ray? You just buy Terminator on Blu-ray. Another live stream? Yes, Jaren. And just so everyone knows, Jaren Talks Movies is a great Patreon supporter. He will be joining me next week on Saturday for my Popecast, where we kind of discuss movie news. You get to know a little bit more about him, all sorts of stuff. So do look forward to Jaren on there. I wanted to be able to do something for my Patreon supporters, and Jaren's been trying to collab with me for a while, so that's kind of the best way I can do it. Rank your favorite Batman actors. All right. If we're going by just like the character of Batman, it's going to go Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, Will Arnett, Adam West, George Clooney. That's just kind of the way that I grew up with them, to be honest. So, but the reason I put Ben Affleck as above is I think that Batman v Superman really showcases a great Batman in Ben Affleck. If we're talking about best movies, though, I mean, Christian Bale obviously had the best one, same with Michael Keaton. So, it's two different things. How are your pets doing? They're doing great. Thanks for asking. Also, what do you use to show the viewer questions on the screen? I'd love to have that on my live stream. It's just a service called StreamYard. It's literally free. I'm planning on doing the premium one once everything kind of kicks back in the normal with like jobs and everything. Because it is, I love the service. It's runs very easy, easy to get people in and out. Very nice. Underrated, kick-ass, overrated Wonder Woman. Nice. Hey Zach, how's it going? It's good. I'm hungry. Comic book movie that you heard great things about, but were disappointed walking out. I don't know. I think Deadpool 2 might be it, because while the first watch on that, I really liked it. I think the second watch was definitely not the more I watch that movie, the less I like it, to be completely honest. I heard Disney movies are delayed. Yes, they are. I've done a video on that too. If Soul gets postponed, then when will it come out? I personally think that it will take Raya and the Last Dragon's release date of November 25th. I have a feeling on that too, or it gets pushed to 2021 June. I've mentioned that I do think there's a chance it could go on Disney Plus. I don't think it will, but I think there's a slight minor chance that it possibly could be. When do you think we'll get a trailer for Halloween Kills? That's my most anticipated film of the year. So for me, I think it definitely will go. I think just like yesterday, we discussed this on the Popecast, where I don't think me and 3C Films both think that we will not get a single trailer until movie theaters start opening back up. But at the same time of that format, we might get another trailer to say Halloween Kills, or maybe even Venom, because it seems to be the next two that are coming out. And I think we could possibly get them if they want to be a little bit different, try a different tactic. Because if they do throw that out, I mean, it'll be the big thing that everyone's talking about. But who knows? Personally, my most overrated superhero movie is Black Panther. You're killing me, man. Black Panther's top 5 MCU films for me. I love it. Love Black Panther. Do you think How to Train Your Dragon is a perfect trilogy? I think it's near perfect. I think the first one's still the best. I think the third one's the second best, and I think the second one is actually a little overrated. It's not bad. It's really great, but I heard it was like one of the best animated films of all time, and I don't think the second one is. I think it's a little bit lackluster, especially within the villain. A movie fight: Ben-Hur versus Gladiator. For me, it's Gladiator, but I could understand someone saying Ben-Hur. Favorite movie that came out on your birthday? That's tough because I'll do some research on that. So March 25th is my birthday, and we'll see movies that have been released on March 25th. I know Batman v Superman was one of them. I know Big Fat Greek Wedding was one of them. Kind of just going through. There's not really like a website that like legitimately tells you what movies came out on your birthday, which is kind of dumb. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really tell me, but I'd probably see Batman v Superman was my most anticipated one, like in recent memory of like wanting to go and see it. But that's really it. If there's any celebrity you want to be quarantined with, who would it be? I don't know. They gonna pay for everything for me? How will the setup probably be like if there is an It prequel? Oh yeah, this comes off yesterday. So we talked about if there was gonna be an It prequel. I think they would just kind of go back to like the early days of when Pennywise was in the town, and they would make it more of a slasher, I think, than anything more meaningful than that. Which I think the concept and everything alone deserves a little bit more than that. So, oh well. Any thoughts on the Florida Project with Willem Dafoe, whom I feel should have won Best Supporting? You know what's funny? I still have not seen the Florida Project. I still have not seen it. I own it and I want to see it. Jaron talks. You have to be quarantined in a house with 3 celebrities. So I just kind of answered that. I don't know. Are they paying for everything for me? You know. What's your thoughts on remakes and reboots? I don't know. You know, if it's something that really needs it, then yeah, do it. But if it doesn't, then I would rather just them focus. Like I know they're talking about doing a Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, and I don't want them to do one. Just continue it. Movies you like, but everyone else hates, vice versa from last decade. I really loved Serenity. I think it's one of the worst films ever made, though, and I love it for that. But everyone hates. I don't know, man. It's throwing me on the spot. I didn't mind Captain Marvel. I liked Captain Marvel. It seemed like that movie got a lot of hate. Ant-Man seems to get a lot of hate. Iron Man 3 seems to get a lot of hate at times. I didn't hate the new Predator. And then Terminator Dark Fate, I saw it again yesterday, and I love that movie. I think it's great. Vice versa, though, that people hate or that I don't like as much. I hate's a strong word. I think Black Klansman's a little overrated, but I still really like it. Last Black Man in San Francisco is another one that I really liked, but I didn't love. High Life with Robert Pattinson, I wanted to love so much, and I just couldn't. There's a couple. There's like another one that I own that I'm trying to remember. I have it behind me. Oh my god. Oh, Lady Bird. I liked Lady Bird, but I didn't love it. Especially like on rewatches. I don't come to love that movie. I know I have like one more. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just dumb. I can't find it. But yeah, definitely like those are a couple of different things in there. And I mean, another thing's Toy Story 4. I got critical of, but it seems like people shit on it. I'll fight you. Go to famous birthday, type in your birthday and go to entertainment. Okay, so go to famous birthday. Okay, and then what is it? And type in your birthday and go to entertainment. Okay, so March 25th. And then I go to entertainment, you said. I'm doing this right now. March 25th in entertainment. Okay, so The Outsiders came out on my birthday. Sucker Punch, which I think is a little underrated, to be completely honest. Batman v Superman was another big one. The Sweet Life movie. So yeah, probably Batman v Superman. I like out of all those. Zach, will AMC theaters reopen? I think in some way they have to. Personally, I think Black Panther is a technical masterpiece, except for the final battle. But I don't even mind the final battle. It's like whatever. I've seen worse. Have you watched Dark Tower series? If you have, how is it? I haven't seen the Dark Tower series. I really like the book. I didn't really like the movie though. Movies that you hate owning on Blu-ray? None. Blu-ray is the best. 2 films I never want to see remade are The Crow and The Outsiders. Oh man, those are gonna happen. Would you like to be reviewing movies to be a full-time job? Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of like the goal, is to like make this my professionalism in like the next year and a half. So we'll see. Zach Pope, how many stars do you give Blind Spotting? I'd give Blind Spotting a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5. I personally think Dark Phoenix is underrated. Honestly, yeah, Dark Phoenix. I didn't hate. I think it's a little bland at times, but I think the score is so good there. Do you have a Pennywise or a character from The Shining Funko Pop? Let me look. So I know I used to. I don't think I do anymore. I think I sold them. I had a Jack, and I had like a bunch of Pennywise ones. I think I got rid of them though, just because I didn't want to collect them anymore. What is your favorite female director? Favorite female director. Let me pull up a bunch in front of me right now, because there's gonna be a bunch. I mean, Catherine Bigelow is probably like the major one that everyone's gonna mention, but I really do like Ava DuVernay. I love what Greta Gerwig's doing. Lynn Ramsey's really like killing it. Dee Rees, besides her last film, I mean, her first one was freaking phenomenal. Karen Kuwasama is fantastic. Jennifer Kent. I mean, there's so many great women director that I really just want them to like really go out into the light. And Patty Jenkins is also great as well. Favorite Western movie? That would probably be Tombstone. Favorite thoughts on movie Sicario, one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites too. I love Sicario to death. I loved any Denis Villeneuve film. It's just fantastic. I love The Shining. What do you think about it? Do you like the way Stanley Kubrick directed it? Yes. I actually really like The Shining. I love it. In fact, it's my favorite Kubrick film. I'm in a Kubrick kick right now though, because I did actually for the first time watch what is it called? I watched what is it called? I watched what was it called? Oh, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey for the first time, and that was quite phenomenal. It was a really impressive movie, and I loved it. If you have never seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, you really should. The thing about that movie though is it's really different. Like you have to be in the mood to watch that movie. Like if you aren't, then I don't know if I could like recommend it to you. What do you think about Halle Berry is going to play Ariel? I talked about this yesterday. I like it. I'm fine with it. Do you like Star Wars Rebels? Yes, I love it. Which shows do you like better, Rebels or Clone Wars? I think I like Clone Wars more. I think Rebels had one too many filler episodes, which you could probably say the same thing about Clone Wars, but I always felt like they tied in some certain way. Which fighting games you play the most? Super Smash Brothers is probably the one that I like put the most time in throughout like my whole life. But I love the Mortal Kombat, especially the newest one, which is freaking phenomenal. But my favorite fighting game of all time, surprisingly enough, is besides Super Smash Brothers, would probably be Injustice, the second one. I put hours on hours into that second one, and it was the first fighting game that I actually wanted to learn all the movesets of. Like I've never been good at Street Fighter. I've really liked Marvel vs. Capcom, but I've never been the best at it. But that's definitely what it is, and I want like a Marvel game like that, like a fighting game. Most underrated Nolan film, I'd say The Prestige. I'd say that too, or Batman Begins. I don't think enough people talk about Batman Begins. Which Spider-Man animated series have you enjoyed the most? The Spectacular one, I think that's it, or the OG one. Do you think Star Wars fans are overeating about the last Clone Wars arc? I feel like they don't get storytelling because you do. So this is my thing. I didn't mind the last arc at all. I liked it. I enjoy anything Star Wars pretty much. And I think the thing with that last Clone Wars arc was it wasn't bad. It was just this is the last season, and that should have been. If that was in season 6, season 5, I think we would have been fine with it. But the fact that it's in season 7, it just didn't make sense. And if those sisters don't tie in any other way, then I do understand why people are overreacting, because this is the last season of Clone Wars. So that's kind of where I'm at. I thought it was kind of poetic that X-Men series ended up rejecting both Magneto and Professor X's ideologies and came out somewhere in the middle. I agree. That was actually a good part of that, not the best. Clone Wars and Mandalorian. I'm going to say Clone Wars right now because Mandalorian is still only one season. But give it a couple seasons and let's see what they can do with it. Favorite Kubrick movie? Just like I said, The Shining would probably be my favorite one. Have you read any Stephen King books? Yes, I've read it, and I think that's it. Really love it. Movie fight: Suicide Squad versus Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey is better. Birds of Prey is a better movie. And it's way better. Do you enjoy the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian Baby Yoda? I just answered that. Speaking of Walker, Texas Ranger, thoughts on the CW reboot with Sam from Supernatural? Seems cool. Could be cool. If you could choose one of the movies that got delayed to see right now, which would you choose? Ooh, that's a great question. Thank you. That's tough. I think if I were to choose like one movie that got delayed to see right now, it would probably. I'm gonna stick into this year and then like any films I want in 2021. So 2020 wise, if I had to choose one movie to see like right now that got delayed, that was like super close, was probably be A Quiet Place 2. But if I had to pick another one that kind of got delayed later in the year, it would probably be either Wonder Woman or Ghostbusters at this point. If we were going next year, it'd be The Eternals, because that's like one of my most anticipated movies of the year, or No Time to Die. Damn, that's a really good question. What would you guys want to see? Let's hear that in the chat. Have you played any GTA games? If so, what do you think of them? I've played every single Grand Theft Auto game that's ever been made. That is one of my favorite franchises. I've played the original one on the PlayStation 1. I've played San Andreas. I've played 4. And, I love them. I think they're a lot of fun. I do think that I still think the best ones are like Vice City and stuff. And I actually want a remake of those. I think that would actually do bonkers good money. But I did love 5. I did love 5. I thought it was one of the best, but I think it really came down to like the world and the structure they built in there. I put a lot of hours in that first one. What's your favorite disaster movie? For example, The Day After Tomorrow. I don't love disaster movies, so I guess I would say Contagion, or This Is the End. Those two kind of like the end of the world type stuff. What's your favorite Joker movie? I don't know. There's only like one. Or do you mean Joker in a movie? I mean, it'd be. You gotta be a little bit more specific, man. Because that's a little bit tougher for me. Besides Marriage Story, have you seen more of Noah Baumbach's films before Uncut Gems from Merowitz Story had my... Dude, Merowitz Story is great. Not enough people have seen that. I forget that that Noah Baumbach had actually made that movie. Will you watch the new Cate Blanchett series, Miss Americana? When is that coming out? And what channel is it on? Miss Americana. Is it a show, a movie? Wait, that's Miss Americana. That's I'm confused because that's like a Taylor Swift thing. Oh, it's a miniseries. It's on Hulu and it's set to premiere on April 15th. I'll probably wait for reviews on that one. And see if it's because TV. I have a lot to do with TV right now, so we'll see. I wouldn't want to wouldn't want to see Free Guy. That's one I'm actually looking forward to. If they decided to remake all the Pixar movies, I would hate it. Lost one, lose one, keep one. All Tarantino films or all Nolan films? That's a good one. Lose one, keep one. I would probably have to lose because like both those directors have like some of my favorite films. Oh god. I probably have to lose Nolan. I have to because I can't lose Pulp. I can't lose Django. I can't lose Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I can't lose the Kill Bill. Where like Nolan, I wouldn't want to lose Inception. I wouldn't want to lose the Interstellar or the Batman ones, but that I guess so. Hacksaw Ridge or 1917. 1917 is a phenomenal movie. That's the one I would choose. Are you excited for Siege of Mandalore? Absolutely. Wonder Woman 1984, hands down. Though A Quiet Place 2 is a close second. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Hey Zach, I hope you have a dope Easter. Thanks so much, Hector. Do you watch the ABC TV show Once Upon a Time? Like I said, TV shows I don't watch a lot of, so if it's not streaming, I usually do not watch it. Movie directors fight: Hitchcock versus Steven Spielberg. People would probably say Hitchcock, so I think I might go with Hitchcock, but I have to go with Spielberg. I would choose A Quiet Place 2. Tenet is Tenet delayed yet? If so, I would choose that one. That's how I feel. If Tenet gets delayed, that's my number one I would choose, but it hasn't been yet. I just came back from rewatching the Lady and the Tramp remake. Such a great family movie to sit around and watch. That was an underrated one. I actually really liked the Lady and the Tramp remake. Wasn't expecting to as much, but I dug it. I dug it for sure. Have you ever heard of the new Apple TV? Yes. If you probably weren't here at the beginning of it. I've seen it. I've seen the whole entire season actually. I can't not talk about it yet though. I can tweet my reaction now. I think tomorrow. And I know reviews can actually go up tomorrow, but I think I'm going to hold out until it gets a little bit closer. And then I'm still debating if I want to do week-to-week episode reviews on that one. Still debating on that one. I might. It just kind of depends on time where kind of like life is at that point, maybe. But yeah, I have seen it. But I can't say any more than that. You can't remake the Pixar movies. You can remake the modern Disney movies, but you don't. Yeah, but they'll eventually do it. I'm so excited for Raya and the Last Dragon. I am too. If Tarantino got to direct an MCU or DCU movie, which source material do you think he would see? Well, he's already talked about doing a Luke Cage movie. That's something that he was actually going to do. I think if he was going to do something, he would do a DCEU film at this point. Or he would do a Sony film because he does have something with Sony going on after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's the two that I would see. I don't see him playing around the MCU though. I could see him doing a DCU film or like a Joker type spin-off thing. I meant to say, what's your favorite actor who played Joker? It's either Joaquin Phoenix or Heath Ledger. I mean, they're both phenomenal. I can't go. Every single Joker I've kind of liked because they're all different. What's got you into collecting steelbooks? They just looked cool and I wanted them. Do you think that Disney Plus will get rid of content like Netflix does? Yes, they already actually have. The Home Alone movies aren't on there anymore. So yes, they have. Answer my question, please. Which question did you give? I didn't see which one it was. It's going a little bit fast for me. You'd have to put it in there because I don't see it in the live chat. Throw it again in here and I'll answer it. I'll answer it. Guys, I've already caught back up. Where's all the questions, man? There's 28 of you guys in. Throw as many questions as you want in. I want as many questions as we possibly can. Well, now as I just said that, I see that more people just kind of throw in a bunch of stuff like that. This isn't updating this thing. Okay. Toy Story 4, How to Train Your Toy Story 4, hands down. That's I love Toy Story. I just bought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on Blu-ray. And I meant I would want to see Free Guy. Okay, nice. People Be Sitting on Apple TV Plus. Home Before Dark is an absolute masterpiece, amazing story. See, and that's the thing. I haven't seen any of the other shows yet. I'm actually really looking forward to them now, though. I want to watch The Servant. I want to watch The Amazing Stories. I want to watch Home Before Dark. I want to watch The Morning Show. I think Apple TV's kind of had a slow start because some of the first reviews were not the best because they weren't giving the full seasons. And I think now that it's good that they gave the full season because I think Defending Jacob is actually... Again, I can't say much on that, so I'll leave it there. What's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show is on a video I just posted, so you should go watch that. First Steelbook you ever bought? I don't remember the first Steelbook. I'm going to do a collection video, so it might remind me while I'm doing that, but it was probably... To be honest, I don't think I have it anymore. I think it was the Hercules movie with Dwayne Johnson. I think I got that one used. Do you think Leo will be in a DC or Marvel movie? If so, do you think he would play in DC 100%? And I think if he were to do one, he would probably be do like a Joker type spinoff thing. Who loves Darth Maul? I know I do. He's right behind me back there. Favorite DreamWorks movies animated. I think I've done a video on this, but it is Kung Fu Panda 2. So go check that. I love that. But I do have a whole like top 10 DreamWorks movies. I think I did last year after Abomination came out, which is actually really underrated. Not enough people saw that one. Which Disney movie could you see having a chance of being remade? The Emperor's New Groove or Hercules? Either of those would actually be I could see them being remade. I think Hercules would definitely go to theaters. The Emperor's New Groove would probably go to Disney Plus. Do you like Revenge of the Sith? Do you think it ruined Padme? No, I love both those. The Witch of the Lighthouse. That's a great one. Me and my family were actually talking about it last night, and we were like discussing like what is better, The Witch or The Lighthouse. My dad hates The Witch. He wants to see The Lighthouse. I don't think he'll like it. Better made, I would probably say. Actually, no, I just think The Witch. I think The Witch hands down is the better movie. Even though I love The Lighthouse, like I love both those movies, I would probably say The Witch is the better movie. And probably the one I like more. Are you excited for the movie Depp? It's not a movie, it's a show. And I've already discussed that I can't talk about it, but I've already seen it. What movie do you think is the best directed movie of all time, just in the directing department? I love the shots of camera movement and Raging Bull. Wolf of Wall Street. I think Wolf of Wall Street is literally the best directed movie. One of the best directed movies of all time. I think Arrival is up there. I think Pulp Fiction is up there. I think the first Creed is up there. Toy Story 3 is up there. Kind of throwing. A lot of these are going to be like my top 10 favorite films. Oh my god. Little Women's really freaking good, greatly directed. There's so many. There's so many. Favorite Michael Mann movie, Collateral. I think I'd have to go with Collateral, but Heat's a pretty close one. I don't really like any of his other films, to be completely honest. All he's good, but the others are fine. Favorite Brad Pitt performance? Honestly, Ad Astra or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Or Fight Club. Those three are kind of tinkering around. Are you a fan of having Joaquin Phoenix's Joker sequel? No. What's your favorite Disney Plus original other than The Mandalorian? Clone Wars Season 7. Does that count? I haven't watched a lot of their original content. Should movie theaters require a surgical mask after the quarantine lifted? They can do whatever. Let's just get us back into the movie theaters. Favorite Best Picture winner of the 2000s? I've done a video, I think, on that one. No, I haven't. Actually, I haven't. Best Picture winner 2000s. That's tough. 2000s. Give me a second. I'll tell you. I don't. Do you count like the 2012s or do you just want the 2000s? Because I've done a video on the 2010s. Birdman's probably up there. Argo, Gladiator, Spotlight. There's so many. That's a tough question. I'd actually have to like just straight up think about and like really go into on. So not necessarily I don't know. Can I just say I absolutely love your content? I'm here most, if not all, the streams, and I'm entertained throughout. Sorry if you see my name a lot. And think I'm a pest. I don't think you're a pest. Thank you so much for joining and really watching the content. It means a lot. Again, anytime you guys join in the discussion, hit that like button. It supports me in some shape of a way, and I think that's what I want you guys to understand is like that's what supports me. So thank you. Oh, yeah. And just so everyone knows, I know this is kind of middle. I should have done this all the time. I do have some giveaways to do for digital codes, and I actually do have some movies to give away as well. I will be giving those away once everything, the digital codes will be giving away soon. The actual movies though that I want to actually like send to people, I already have some that I need to send from like a year ago. It's really bad. But I will be giving those away once we get closer to like everything going back to normal. Which Pixar films has the best screenplay? That is a fantastic question. I'm going to do top 3. I think it goes Toy Story. I think the first Toy Story has a great screenplay. It actually was nominated, I think. Finding Nemo, and I'd probably go The Incredibles or Ratatouille. Which, if you guys want a Ratatouille Steelbook on 4K, is actually $10 on Best Buy right now. Are you excited about the new Leo Scorsese? Yes, so excited. I don't think the budget needs to be that high, but it's Martin Scorsese, so give me it. Favorite plot twist movie? You don't have to spoil it. You know, I don't know. Favorite plot? I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming had a really good one. I remember I was like, oh my god. But that's really it. Like the ones that like stick out to my mind that much. I'd have to really like kind of dive into like what was some of the best plot twists. I've heard Primal Fear is a great one, but I've never seen it. If they remade a Pixar movie, which one would be? None of them. Well, Incredibles probably I could see him doing, but still. I love your channel so much. It's a good place for me to geek out. And what do you think when people say Star Wars is ruined? I think they're dumb. I think people don't understand Star Wars. I think they want it to be growing with them as it grows, but it's staying in the same pothole as it's always been. So just accept Star Wars for what it is, man. It's not ruined. I mean, nothing's ruined because it didn't go in the way you wanted it to go in. Now, while I say that last movie I liked a lot, did I think it could have been better? Absolutely. Absolutely. I will say that many Star Wars films could possibly be way better than they are. Edge of 17 or Lady Bird? I've said this, Edge of 17. I actually did the list, talking on the list, a TV show, discussing Edge of 17. Favorite Brian De Palma movie? The first Mission Impossible. By that, I mean, if they remade only one Pixar movie. Again, I don't want them to remake. I hate these remakes. They're dumb. Silence of the Lambs or 7? Ooh, probably Silence of the Lambs. Any Power Rangers action figures in your collection? No. Okay, so I have like a cardboard standee from the movie, but that's really it. Nothing else for that. What do you think about Ezra Miller and him choking the fan? So I discussed this a little bit. I think he's a fucking loser for doing that. Yeah, that's all I can really say about that. How good is Mad Max Fury Road? It's one of the best action films, one of my favorite films of all time. Gladiator, Alien, Gladiator. I'm not a major fan of the first Gladiator. Your favorite actress fight? Florence Pugh versus Anya Taylor-Joy. Right now, Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh is my, like, between them both. But that's a good question. I think it depends on how Anya Taylor-Joy, I think she needs to get that one film that really propels her, because she's really good in Emma this year. It's a little bit different, but I want to see her in that Last Night in Soho. I think that's going to really kind of like tinker it for me, because she's fantastic in The Witch as well. Hector, you said just the 2000s. Off the top of my head, I can't really like dive into that, because like, I guess Return of the King. I'll say Return of the King or No Country for Old Men. Kind of the ones are the ones I'd go through. Favorite Tim Burton movie? Either the original Batman or Beetlejuice. What is your most controversial film opinion? Mine is that Batman and Robin is not a bad movie if you appreciate it for what it is. It is a throwback to Adam West and the campy comics. Controversial film opinion. That Toy Story 4 is a masterpiece and it adds to the Toy Story world. That is my controversial opinion. Yeah. Do you enjoy Walker, Texas Ranger? I didn't really watch it. I watched some aspects of it, not the biggest. Alien or Predator? Well, if you can see the Predator behind me right here, that should answer your question. Favorite Zemeckis film? Back to the Future. Don't you feel like Toy Story 4 is underappreciated? Absolutely. Favorite pre-1960s movie? Off the top of my head, I mean, I'd have to look up stuff because I'm not good with years for movies. Trying to like go back a little bit. Rear Window's fantastic. Some Like It Hot's great. North by Northwest is great. Rebel Without a Cause is fantastic. So those are kind of some of them. Best villainous performance: Javier Bardem or Heath Ledger's Joker. Ooh. Now, is Anton's the No Country for Old Men, right? If that is him, then I'm gonna go with him, and I'm pretty sure that's who you were talking about. So let me just make sure I have the right name. Yeah, 100% Anton wins. I think that's one of the best performances ever. Would you consider yourself a light, moderate, or heavy comic book reader? Back in the day, a little bit more heavy. Now I'm kind of light. I really, the only comic book series I'm up to date on is Walking Dead, to be completely honest. But that's really it. Pirates of the Caribbean or Indiana Jones? Indiana Jones every day, but I love Pirates of the Caribbean as well. Zach, have you seen a Disney Plus film called Togo? I have not, because my dog's annoying. Every time I try to watch this movie, my fucking dog barks at the dog, so I can't watch it. Zach, what is your De Niro's best performance between Jake Mata or Travis Bickle? Travis Bickle for me, man, but Irishman was incredible. Do you like Austin Powers, and what is your ranking? Love the Austin Powers. You probably go 1, 2, 3. That I think the first one's still the best, but the second one's great. Third one's great. I love them all. Will we get a Dragon Ball Super season 2? Well, they already have all those different volumes. They're just done with the show at this point. There was one YouTuber that said Toy Story 4 is worse than Cars 2. That's just stupid. Dumb. Favorite Austin Powers character? You better say Dr. Evil. I mean, I have to say Dr. Evil, but Austin Powers is fantastic, but it's Dr. Evil. Top 5 movies starring James McAvoy. Off the top of my head, Split, X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past. Oh my God. I need 2 more. Two more. Let's see. I Wanted, I'd put up there, and Filthy's really great in, but if I'm gonna pick one more, I would probably pick probably It Chapter 2. I really liked It Chapter 2. I know I'm in the minority on that one. Have you seen Yes, I have. I've seen parts of it. Not a lot though. Favorite Dr. Evil moment for me is the Jerry Springer. Yeah, that scene's great. Favorite Ron Howard movie? Not the biggest fan of him. Probably I'd say Rush. I get really confused when people say Toy Story is controversial. I looked at Rotten Tomatoes and that's the thing. They get great reviews, but people shit on it all over the internet. Favorite Joe Pesci performance? Goodfellas or The Irishman? He's so freaking good in. Or honestly, Home Alone. He's really fun in too. Have you seen Disney's The Rocketeer? I have. It's so good. Do you enjoy the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies? I've only seen the first one. It was fine. Thoughts on Ron Howard directing and starring in a Happy Days TV movie? It's interesting for sure. All right, guys, start throwing in the best questions possible. We're going to start wrapping this Q&A up, this Ask Me Anything, and then we got to get to my Easter day, and I want to make sure to kind of go out to tomorrow as well. What's your opinion on the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation? We don't know enough about it, but it's crazy. Hey, Zach, happy Easter. Happy Easter to you as well. Which actor do you miss the most? Joseph Gordon-Levitt versus Tobey Maguire? Joseph Gordon-Levitt, for sure. I wish he would act in more, personally. I really want to see his Fraggle Rock thing. I really want to just see him in general acting in more things, and it's kind of sad that he's not. Favorite and least favorite Batman movie? My favorite one is probably The Dark Knight Rises or Batman Begins. And my least favorite Batman movie is the Batman and Robin movie. If you got a chance to live in a Tarantino movie, which one would you like to live in? Ooh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. How do you like your steak? Rare, medium, well done? I'm a well done or a medium person. Can you bring your dogs in the stream? No, because they're not in the room right now, and I don't want to go grab them. Maybe another day. Least favorite movie of all time. Again, I've kind of talked about this. I don't have a lot of worst movies. Have you seen 500 Days of Summer? Very underrated. My favorite. It's fantastic. Thoughts on Fantastic Four? They're fine. Another Pixar question. Favorite Pixar voice performance? I'll say Tom Hanks as Woody, Ed Asner as Carl from Up, and Amy Poehler as Joy from Inside Out. Really like all those. For me, Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz are probably right there. Throwing another one out there that you didn't get to mention would probably be Patton Oswalt as Remy. Great one as well. If you could choose one movie that you would do differently and think your version, what would it be? Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I liked it, but I would have changed certain elements of it. Another movie I probably would have changed up is Deadpool 2, for sure. Thoughts on The Room? Is that the Tommy Wiseau one, or is the if you're talking about the Brie Larson one? I love it. Zach, do you like the Regal? I don't only have one Regal, and they don't have it. Most emotional Disney moment in history? When Bambi's mom dies. Favorite Tom Hanks performance? Woody, Catch Me If You Can, or Terminal. He's really good in. Or Forrest Gump. Who would win in a fight? Gone Girl's Amy Dunn or Seven's John Doe? Amy. What book do you think should be turned into a movie? I think The Kingdom Keepers should be turned into something. What are your favorite Disney classics? I love Fantasia. That's tough. Robin Hood, Hercules, not Hulk. What am I thinking of? Did I already say Robin Hood? Maybe I did. Hercules, Tarzan, Beauty and the Beast, all that sort of stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to take two more questions. All right, so we got favorite Spider-Man movie. My favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Far From Home is pretty close, though. And let's see, which one do I want to answer? I'll talk this one. Have you seen Prisoners? I think it's an underrated masterpiece that was snubbed at the Oscars. Yes, I agree. I think Prisoners is a perfect movie. I think it is underrated. I think it's amazing. It was my first introduction to Denis Villeneuve, and forever then it has changed my life. And I love, love, love Prisoners to death and every single aspect of it. It is one of the most unique films and one of the most heart-wrenching films I've ever seen. And then Hector Gonzalez also asked another one of these fun ones. If you got to live in a Wes Anderson movie, where would you live? Moonrise Kingdom, man. Moonrise Kingdom, I would love to live in. I love, love, love that thing. And that's kind of where I'm going to end it at, guys. So thank you so much for watching me this week. Do check out 2 more live streams coming next week, of course. An Animal Crossing review maybe coming tomorrow. We will see. And guys, as well, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are new here. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you guys again. As well, always leave a comment down below. Let me know some questions that you guys want me to answer next week. And of course, guys, just have a happy Easter and in general, just a great rest of your day. So thank you guys again. And of course, until next time, stay classy.